Hey everyone, hope you're all having a great day. Today's video is all about all the products I've tried recently that just did not work out for me. Inevitably, anytime I do these fails videos, I get a comment being like, wow, Kate, you sure do have a lot of products that don't work for you. And that's the point. It's a list of products that didn't work for me. I also think it's a lot more helpful as a content creator to share what you thought was a little bit difficult to use or things that just didn't work with your complexion so that other people out there can have a more well-rounded understanding of what these products are so that they can make an informed buying decision for themselves. So while one person might interpret these videos as negative, I personally think they're actually some of the most helpful videos that you can film. So let's get into the fails. The most disappointing product for me by a mile was the new Saie foundation. I tried so many times to get it to work on every different skincare prep you could possibly imagine. I'll leave my video linked on the screen above. In that video, I applied it in like 4 different ways on a bare dry face, on minimal skincare, on my normal skincare routine, on matte primers, on glowy primers. I did everything. I blended with my hands. I tried their brush. I tapped it on. I rubbed it. I did everything I possibly could. No matter what I did, it just emphasized every pore, every texture on my face. It looked wet looking and no amount of powder or like matte setting spray could keep the shine down. It just ultimately was not the product for me. What annoyed me, I think, the most about the foundation is that the brand said that it's 85% skincare serum, and they suggested really minimizing your skincare routine or using nothing underneath, but that doesn't account for sunscreen. And also, all you were getting in their foundation was a little bit of hydration. So like, what about my antioxidant serums? You know, what about the products with peptides I like to have underneath? It just didn't really make sense to me unless you're someone who truly just wants like a one and done product. But even then, I just couldn't really see a skin type that it would work for. But at least I could say that I truly gave it my best shot, and it did look pretty good on camera aside from being overly glowy, but up close, it was a total mess. Also, what I noticed about the Saie foundation is I keep getting served Instagram ads for the foundation, and it's all these influencers kind of tapping it on their skin and, you know, trying to show how beautiful it looks, but you can see how textured their skin looks in the ads. I guess on one hand, that's a win for transparency, because if someone sees that and thinks it looks good, I mean, at least they were being transparent about the way that it looked. It's not like they were using beauty filters. It's just kind of funny to me that like even the Instagram ads made the foundation look really bad. I just think that in a world where we have hundreds of foundations to choose from, where you don't have to adjust your skincare underneath, it didn't really make sense to me. Next up, we have a newer product. This is the Merit Shade Slick Lip Gelée Lip Oil in the shade Mapleton. This is described as a sheer brown, although I would describe it as a reddish brown. But watch what happens when you apply it. First of all, it's almost entirely clear. It does go on pretty much clear. And then you give it a little bit of time, and it turns out it has pH adjusting pigments. Now, what we know about pH adjusting pigments is that they pretty much only flush neon pink. I have yet to see a product that has a pH adjusting quality to it that flushes any other color. So while I'm letting this sit so you can see the color, let's talk about the formula. It is lovely. I much prefer this to their original lip oil because I found that lip oil so thin and so oily. Like, to me, the Merit lip oils are a true lip oil. Very thin, very slippery, very lightweight. And I'm just not a lip oil person. But I do love a jelly texture, you know, something like the Fit Glow lip serums, the Live Tinted, what are they called? Hue glosses, the Make Serum bombs. I love that cushiony gel quality, but these are more on the oily side. They're like the Shade Slick lip oils with a touch of a gel quality to it, but they do feel really nice on the lips. Now let me show you my hand. Does that look like a sheer brown to you? It's just pink. It's like a pinky purple. And it's gonna still take another minute to develop, but trust me, it just turns into a bright pink. Not at all the sheer brown as advertised. And if there's one way to really piss me off when it comes to beauty products, it's having marketing that isn't very transparent. So I wish they had left either the pH adjusting pigments out of it, or they had said, hey, even though it looks like a sheer brown in the tube, they all kind of flush a pink. And then I wouldn't have been as mad because I would have known what I was getting and I wouldn't have purchased it and wasted my money. But if you love those pH adjusting products, then this is a really nice lightweight formula. And now that the color has developed, you can see it's just a pink and it leaves a little bit of a pink stain. Moving on, we have the Armani Eyes to Kill mascara. Armani sent me a really nice PR package and I fell in love with pretty much every product that they sent except for this one. I really did like the kind of fluffy classic mascara wand, but unfortunately this did nothing for my lashes. It didn't make them longer. It didn't make them more voluminous. It didn't make them look particularly that dark. It didn't hold a curl. It just exists. So this one for me was a pass. I also tried the Give Beauty mascara, which is Gwen Stefani's brand, and that one actually looked pretty nice, which is rare for me for mascaras. I guess I have tricky lashes. Only a few mascara formulas really work on me. And what was interesting about this mascara is it had like a long kind of plasticky brush and then a ball tip applicator at the end. So you could really get in the corner of your lashes, and that ball tip made it easy to get the bottom lashes as well. So I really enjoyed the kind of technology behind the wand, and it looked nice. You know, it seemed to hold a curl okay. It wasn't the most lengthening or voluminous mascara I've tried, but it was pretty good. Unfortunately, it smudged on me throughout the day, and so for me, smudging gotta go. Next up, we have the Jones Road Lip Tint. It's just a lip tint. It's like a very thin, slippery kind of formula. It tints the lips. It kind of makes my lips a little bit dried out. It feels okay. It's not too oily, but what happens is it's so thin, it just shows every lip line that I have, and I'll show you. Don't get me wrong, like it's pretty. It's just a lip tint, but I feel like with this kind of quality, this feels to me like a product I could have purchased at like a natural food store. Like, you're not expecting the most cosmetically elegant thing. That's what I feel like I'm getting. So yeah, you just got a lip tint. It doesn't feel very nourishing or occlusive at all or hydrating. And if I zoom you in, it kind of just really highlights my vertical lip lines. So for me, this one's a pass. Sorry, John texted me a really cute picture of Thumper. I'm gonna see if you can see it. Look at him. It's him as a baby puppy in Afghanistan. Look how he's smiling in his sleep. Oh! Anyways, I just love my dog. Okay, where was I? Jones Road eyeshadows. So I reviewed these in a recent video all about new eyeshadows, and I gave them like a good review, but as I kind of sat with it and I played around with them a little bit more, I just realized I am never ever gonna reach for these. First of all, when I said in my previous video about my current beauty favorites, about why I love the Jones Road blush so much, it comes in the same pan size, which is really nice because a lot of blushes are huge. But the Jones Road eyeshadows are also in the same pan size, which means they're huge. You also don't get much color payoff from these, and you also don't get much shine. So there's really not much going on, and I think that these are probably intended for someone who just wants a very natural look, who's just gonna use a little bit of color on their eyes, barely their color, barely their shine. I think that's what they're going for as a brand. And for me, I don't want that. When I'm reaching for a metallic eyeshadow, I want lots and lots of shine. I want it to be full impact color, but I still want it to be easy to work with. And so I think that just between the size of these massive pans and then the fact that there's not much impact, it's just a pass for me. What I also don't like about the eyeshadows is that there's no indication of what the color is. And because they're in the same pans as the blush, you have to just look at the bottom of every product to find what you're pulling out of your drawers. And I just really don't like that. The next product that didn't work for me, I have already decluttered and sent to a friend, but it's the Innbeauty Project Refine AHA and BHA Texture and Pore Serum. I was so excited about this because I really like chemical exfoliants that combine AHA and BHA, so I don't have to use two different steps. But I tried this product and I wrecked my skin barrier for like a week. It instantly burned my skin, and then as it kind of wore throughout the night, it just got worse and worse and worse, and the next morning my skin was red and inflamed for several days. Luckily, they don't advertise this product as being safe for sensitive skin. I feel like a lot of times you'll see a lot of really strong chemical exfoliants saying won't cause irritation, and then it's total bullshit. So at least Innbeauty didn't say that it's going to be for people with sensitive skin. It was kind of my own fault for just kind of like jumping in with 2 feet on that one without doing a patch test. So if you have sensitive skin, I would avoid it. If you don't have sensitive skin, it has a really nice texture. It's just like a thin, really spreadable, lotiony kind of texture. Great ingredients. Unfortunately, it just didn't work for me. Oh my God, the next product was horrifying. I'm looking it up on Sephora right now. It was the Color Wow shampoo. What's it called? Color Wow Security Shampoo. Luckily, I didn't purchase it. I got it as like a Sephora point perk, and it was horrifying. Within truly hours after washing my hair, my entire scalp was just covered in grease as if I hadn't washed my hair in about 3 days. It was unlike anything I've ever tried. It looked horrifying. And when I posted about it, I got a ton of DMs from people saying the same thing. So I would probably avoid the Color Wow Wow shampoos for now. And I also had the same experience actually with the K18, the like pH prep shampoo. Abby Young recommended it and I bought it because of her, but I probably shouldn't have because she has lots of hair, beautiful like Serena Vanderwoods in hair, and I've got this shit. So I purchased both the clarifying detox shampoo and the K18 peptide prep pH maintenance shampoo, both of which didn't work for me. The clarifying shampoo made my hair feel like straw. It was so dry and horrible. And then the pH maintenance shampoo did pretty much what the Color Wow shampoo did. Within a few hours, my hair was incredibly greasy and oily versus my Living Proof shampoo where, you know, I think I washed my hair 2 days ago and it still looks really clean and beautiful. I did add a little bit of dry shampoo, but it doesn't make my hair super greasy and oily. I actually just got my color done this week. I just made it really, really natural. And my stylist told me to use the Mr. Smith volumizing shampoo because it'll be good for fine hair, but it is really helpful on damaged color treated hair. So that one just got delivered and I'm very excited to try it. Next, I have the Australian Gold Botanicals SPF 50 sunscreen. This one was recommended to me so many times throughout the years because people thought I would have a really good shade match for me, and it definitely did. I also love that it's a soft matte sunscreen. I don't like any mineral sunscreens that are too dewy, and unfortunately I have really sensitive skin and I can't wear any kind of chemical SPF, so mineral it is. Unfortunately, not only did this burn the fuck out of my face, but it was so tight and dry. Oh my God, I could not wash it off my face fast enough. I know that it's like a cult favorite. This has so many reviews on Amazon. I think people said that they reformulated it because it used to get rave reviews and now a lot of people have said that like the shade changed and the formula changed. So maybe all of the people who recommended it had the old one, but the Australian Gold sunscreen that I tried irritated me like no other. I think it also had rosemary and eucalyptus oil in it. And if I have essential oils in anything, that's a one-way ticket to Irritation Town. The next product I tried was the Neon Hippie Lucid Lip Serum. They sent this to me in PR and I was very grateful for that. I love lip serums. Basically, the concept behind this lip serum is that it's a nourishing and soothing lip treatment enhanced with a massaging tip, CBD, and a 7 mushroom complex. In theory, I was like, hell yeah, that sounds cool. I love lip serums. You know, the massaging tool is supposed to help penetrate it deeper into the lips. I really enjoy CBD in skincare, so like, what's not to love? Unfortunately, when I applied it, it was the thinnest lip serum I'd ever tried. It was just like oil pouring out. And so it just like spread all around my lips. It got in my mouth really horribly. And it also has a very, very strong minty scent. And it was so minty that it really dried my lips out. And at that point, you're like, well, what am I using this for? If it's drying my lips out, you know, there's really no point to this lip balm. I just do not understand this fascination that brands have with putting menthol and peppermint in every lip product. Everything these days has a cooling sensation. Everyone's trying to plump with a cooling sensation. And for me, it does the exact opposite. Those cooling properties just irritate my lips and then they make them dried out and even worse. I just don't get it. I don't understand why this is happening. It's a trend that I want to see die this year. I hate it so much. And so between the really strong peppermint scent, the really thin, runny, oily texture, and, you know, the massaging tip just being a little bit gimmicky, for me, the Neon Hippie Lip Serum was a pass. And lastly, I have one that I haven't really tried enough yet to make my full thoughts on. It just hasn't met my expectations. It's the Nars new Sensual Shine lipstick. I got the shade Dolce Vita. I'm actually gonna apply it right now so I can talk through it. So a bunch of people DM me on Instagram and said that they'd gotten it PR and they were like, this is the lip product for you. And I had heard a bunch of people say that it was like the Charlotte Tilbury Happy Kiss lipsticks, which I love. And I tried it and it's nothing like that. It's just like a thin, oily lipstick. So I'll zoom you in. So again, this is Dolce Vita. It's so thin. Like, it does nothing for me. It just feels like water and oil on your lips. There's just like no occlusive quality to it that's gonna lock in hydration. And in my experience, when you have a really thin, more oily kind of lip product, that's when it starts to emphasize those vertical lip lines. That's why I prefer something more thick and more occlusive. So as I build it up, I just feel like you can start really seeing my vertical lip lines. See what I mean? It's so thin and runny. It's just getting outside my lip lines, and then it's really emphasizing the vertical lines, and then almost the color is almost patchy because it's so oily and it's so runny. It's like it doesn't want to stick. That said, I know there are so many people that really, really love thinner, lightweight lip products that they can barely feel on the lips, and that's what this is. So if you're someone who really likes a more lightweight product, you want something that you really can't even feel on your lips, then this might be something you'd really enjoy. It's just not for me. Lastly, I have the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Matte Setting Spray, and it's not that this is bad, it's that I haven't found it doing anything at all. I haven't noticed my makeup looking better throughout the day. I haven't noticed it looking more matte. I haven't noticed it increasing the longevity of any products. I still get kind of shiny throughout my T-zone when I wear this. It just seems like any normal setting spray to me, and I think their Hydro Grip one is probably what I would prefer. This truly just doesn't seem to do anything at all. That's it. Those were all of my recent beauty fails. Help us all out. Leave your recent beauty fails in the comments section below. I think it really helps people to get a little bit more of an understanding of what products don't work for people versus just hearing all the good things all the time. That way we can all make better informed buying decisions for ourselves and hopefully save a little bit of money along the way. If you like this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel to grow. And I just saw the other day in my analytics that 40% of people who regularly watch my videos aren't subscribed. So it would mean a lot if you can click that subscribe button, and wherever you are, I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm sending you a lot of love, and I'll see you in the next one.